Alright, we're now going into the November exam from last year, and 4.1 for the November exam, and this is something completely different. We have this interface over here and code provided, an array 1 to 16 of strings, so 16 boxes will be filled in that array, and we have a text file which has a number of characters, a whole lot of text files, in fact 3 of them, maze 1, maze 2 and maze 3, and here's an example of maze 1, something completely different like I said. So we're going to read each line of this text file into an array, and depending on what the user chooses from the combo box over here, the combo box has items in it called maze 1, maze 2, maze 3, which we have to go and use that text from the combo box to read from a text file and put it into the array, a single array, and then display it in the rich edit that is here, rich RED question 4. Okay, so we select a maze from the combo box. The text files are such, the 3 contents of the combo box are that, and the text files are .txt added to it. And we have to extract the name from the selected maze from the combo box, so that's 1 mark. So let's go and do that. var s maze :string and s maze equals, so you get 1 mark for doing this. CMB question 4.1, is it 4_1 or 4_1? CMB question 4_1 dot text, 1 mark. Alright, now the next thing that we have to do is display a message if a text file does not exist. So we have to test to see if that text file with that corresponding name smaze, if it does exist or not. So if not file exists, open brackets, smaze, and then join that to a .txt. You must remember to add the .txt there. Then we will show a message and exit. Not found, and exit. Alright, so that's that done. Next thing, and then if it does exist, read 1 line at a time from the text file. So we go to a sound file, we're going to have a text file variable and s1 line, whatever you want to call it, string variable. But before we can go and read from the text file, we have to do an assign file statement. Assign file, marfile, using this smaze.txt for the text file name, then reset marfile, and then use a while loop, not end of file. So we're going to read each line into the array. So for each line of the text file, we can increment a counter and put the first box of the text file is going to have that. The second box of the text file will have that line. Third box, and so on, all the way to box number 16 actually. But we'll have a counter, which you must have a counter. So I'll have our count. I'll just put it here, it's fine. I'll set our count to 0 before we read from the text file. Of course, we're going to read into an array. It's a single array, there's no 2D arrays here in this question. So we're going to increment our counter. Okay, well we can read the line into S1 line first if you want. Read ln from marfile into S1 line. Increment our counter. And then we'll say ARR, what is our array maze? AR maze, square brackets, our count will be equal to S1 line. Or we can read it straight into ARMA's R count. Okay, it all depends how you want to do it. So we've read it into the array. They say that we must also display each line of the maze with its line number in the output component RED question 4. So we can do it in a for loop after we've done the reading into the array, or we can do it right here. But let's do it in a for loop because we're used to using for loops to go through each box of the array. Hey, for k equals 1 to R count, do. So I'll just go make a k for my for loop counter there, and RED question 4 dot lines dot add into string k plus, let's put a #9 in, plus AR maze square brackets k. Now the maze is the array AR maze is an array of strings, so that will work perfectly fine. Our count we assume is going to go up to 16, and that fills each one of those bullets there. We've finished that, and that's what it should look like after we choose maze 1 and maze 2, etc. So let's go and run the program and see if that is exactly what is shown for question 4.1. Choose our maze 1, there it is, and it looks just like, there we go, can you see? So we've read all those lines into the array, and we've displayed the array into the rich edit. And yes, it did go up to 16. There were 16 lines in each text file. Right, so that's that done. And you try it by yourself without looking, and see you tomorrow.